Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited. It looks like we've got Dr. Templeman on the line all the way from Thailand on Skype. Welcome, welcome, welcome being on the call. We are so excited. We've got a lot of great things going on right now. We've got a lot of fun things happening in the office. We've got some really great things that's going to be a lot of things that's going to be happening this week. We've got some things that are rolling out, as you guys know, the replicated website. Let me, if you would, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what this call represents and why we're going to do this every Saturday moving forward and why it's important. We're doing the trainings every week, the weekly webinar trainings. So grateful for you guys logging on to those each week and getting your teams on there. Bob and Grace Dick, talking to them last night. They're getting people together in their home to watch the webinars and doing some of those things. Excuse me. And so, you know, those are meant for trainings. But what I wanted to do was every week was to come together as a XANGO Nation and hear from some of our six-figure or multi-six-figure earners every week, just 15 minutes, wake up on a Saturday morning. We're going to call it Get Amped with XANGO Call, where you get an opportunity to do that. So we're going to start off today with somebody who I have so much love and respect for, somebody that a lot that I've learned in this industry has come from this individual, this gentleman, and I consider him a longtime friend and mentor and somebody that I look up to. And he is a family man first, a man of God. He last night just introduced a grandson to his 5 grandchildren, I believe it is now. He and Melody are way too young to have that. So please welcome to the call my friend, your master distributor, Mr. Dwayne Dyer. Are you there,
Ryan,
my friend?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Did you guys get any sleep last night?
Not very much. I'll tell you, it's a pretty exciting time. It is our first grandson and first baby boy, a Dyer boy in 18 years. So yes, the name will yet continue on. So appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you. It is our 6th grandchild. And you're right, we're way too young to have 6 grandchildren. I don't know how that happened. You know, I saw Devin reach over and give Callan a kiss just before she went in to have the delivery, and I thought, oh boy, that's how it all started right there. I guess that's what makes the world go round. But you know, Ryan, this call is loaded up. There's people all over the world literally on this call. I've had text messages coming in from all over the place, and I was completely calm, just completely calm. No anxiety at all until I heard Ray Heron get on. And I thought, oh boy, the master of the master is on the call. I better do my best, because if any of you have ever had an opportunity to be on a conference call with Ray, you know what I'm talking about, one of our 500K Premier Selects. So, Ryan, thank you for having me on the call. You mentioned that this is going to be better than a kick in the pants and 2 cups of coffee. I'm not sure about the 2 cups of coffee, but I will tell you it will be better. It may be equivalent to 2 cups of Limitless. So let's see if we can get this thing kicked off here. I just want to say thank you to everyone for being on the call on a Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day here in Utah. It is absolutely amazing. And because we live right here, just 10 minutes from the corporate offices, we moved from Dallas, Texas, to be right next to the corporate offices when XANGO started, and that was because we really just genuinely wanted to keep an eye on the boys and make sure that they were going to show up at the office every day. No, I'm just kidding. The founders of the company really are the reason why we are here at XANGO. Have just explicit trust and confidence and faith in them. But I have to tell you, the word AMP doesn't fully describe what's been going on here the last several weeks at the corporate offices. It's been absolutely mind-blowing. Ryan, I think you're a big part of that, the wisdom of the founders and searching you out and bringing you back. Ryan had that experience of being off and working with multi-million-dollar companies and had that experience, and now he's back, and boy, he's amping it up. And so, Ryan, we bow and take our hats and tip them to you for what you've done. And I wanted to touch on a couple of things this morning, really that has some, I think, some real key, significant things that may help you in your business. And my understanding is that's the purpose of these calls. These little 15-minute calls are just to give a tidbit of information that if you pick up one idea that might move your business forward to the next level. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I think the one tidbit, if I could sum it all up, and to be completely engaged in what you're doing, to be there is just critical to the success of any endeavor in life, to being 100% there. And I've been, I'm very watchful of the industry. I'm very watchful of life. I like to watch successful people. There's some successful people that drive me crazy because they prey on the success of others. And and I won't mention anything, but some of you might be able to relate to that. There are some people that are just genuinely successful because they really care about what they're doing, and it drives them to the top. And I think as I watch successful leaders in XANGO, if I watch successful leaders in other organizations, as I see, what makes a difference between, to be a success. And first of all, I want to just give a description of what I think success is. I had a college professor years and years ago say, write down in one sentence what you think the word success is. What is success? And I thought about it and I thought, to me, I feel the most successful when I'm feeling like I'm in the right place at the right time. Whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, annually, when I feel like I'm in the right place doing what I'm supposed to be doing at any given moment, I feel successful. And so that has kind of become and has been my definition of success. Just feeling like I'm in the right place at the right time. And I felt that when we very first heard about the XANGO opportunity, when I saw the enthusiasm of Gordon when he wrote that word across that tablecloth, XANGO, when I saw Joe and Aaron so excited about what they had discovered and where it was going and what they were going to do with it and the vision that they have, I knew that they had a very high probability of success. And even though it would be a big sacrifice on our part, I felt, and it pretty much was. I mean, we had to we were in the industry, so we had to resign our job. We had to sell every piece of furniture. We had to rent a couple of U-Haul trucks. We had to get to Utah. We had to rent a small apartment. We had to starve and get into visa debt as we, started out this business. I watched my first check after 3 months was $800, and I thought, holy smokes, I'm giving up $20,000 a month to make $800. What's going on here? And so I redoubled down my efforts, and things started to move, and things started to grow, and it started to develop. But I knew that there was a high probability of success because of the enthusiasm and the energy and the passion that I was surrounded with. And so I've come to learn that is really one of the key things, is to just be very, very enthusiastic and passionate about what you're doing. I set a goal last month. I wanted to sponsor 3 new people. And we ended up sponsoring 6. And, how it happened was I just got back to thinking about people that needed our product. Sat down with Melody and I said, who needs our product? Who within a 100-yard radius needs our product? And Melody immediately mentioned a neighborhood lady that is about her same age and could really benefit from Precise Bone. And I said, what's her number? Give me her number. She gave me her number. And I said, I'm going to call her and I'm going to ask her if she would like to try Precise Bone because you like Precise Bone and you felt it's helped your calcium magnesium levels and you are concerned about osteoporosis and you are, nearing that magical age of 60 and she is that exact same age. And she said yes immediately. Signed her up as a customer. And I thought, wow, it was way too easy. I said, okay, let's try this again. Who needs our product? Put a product in a box, shipped it to my friend in Arizona. He's on this call. I said, Frank, you need this product. Here's a book that goes along with it. Read the book. I want you to live to be 100 years old. And if you're going to be 100 years old, you need to protect your cardiovascular system. The best product I know on the planet to protect your cardiovascular system is Ignite. I said, you get on Ignite, and one day you will notice a difference. I said, within a week, a month, you will notice brain activity, you'll notice cardiovascular function, you will notice all kind of benefits to your body if you get on this product. He read the book, called me up, said, I'm in. I want more. I want to be a distributor again. I want to be 100K. I was on the phone with him last night going through the compensation plan. He says, how fast can I get to 100K? People need our product. If we're passionate about our product, they will respond to it. Now, one of the other things, Ryan, 15 minutes is like the hardest call to make on the planet because you're trying to think of the things that would be the one tip that might move the business forward in 15 minutes. And that's a good challenge. But one thing I've noticed as well, one thing that I do every single morning, 365 days a year, I get up and I try and recognize every person that I know that has a birthday that day. And thank goodness for Facebook and social media because it's really, really helped keep track of birthdays. But people, number one, I am glad they were born. I am glad you were born, Ryan. I am glad Ray was born. I am glad Bob and Grace Dick were born. I am glad Anton Garrity was born. I am glad Gordon Morton Sr. was born. I am glad that he married Gabriella and Gordon and Joe. I am glad Aaron was born and Kent was born. I appreciate these people, and I want to let them know on their birthday that I'm glad they were born. I want them to live many, many more years. I want to have them the most amazing year of their life. And I've watched some things in the industry that's been really interesting to me. Ryan, I'm going to put you on a pedestal just for a moment, not only because you're on this call and doing what you're doing, but because you really have made an impression on me. We had a meeting one time, and you probably won't remember this, but it was a convention, and there was a group of Filipinos that came in, and we had a special dinner for just all the Filipinos. And you had each person in that room stand up, and you introduced them by name, every single person in the room. And I got to tell you, for you listeners on the call, Filipino names are not the most easiest names to memorize and to know. And Ryan knew every single person in that room and introduced them by name, and I was blown away. I know a lot of names, and I make it a point, if I don't remember a person's name, I will say something like, your name is really important to me, but you have to remind me again what it is. And then I really try and commit it to memory. But the other person that I want to give kudos to in this regard is Joe Morton. Joe Morton knows every single person in this company by name. I dare you to try to find an individual. Now, I know a lot of people, and we'll go to a meeting, and we'll be in some place, in Melbourne, Australia, and he'll walk into the room, and he'll start naming people by name, giving them a hug, and I'm thinking, how on earth does he do it? How he does it is because he genuinely cares about every single distributor in the organization. He's amazing. He does that because he really does care about every person in the organization. To me, that's just an amazing, amazing skill, an amazing talent. But more than that, it's something that goes to his very core. And so, I think if you were to write down a couple of tidbits of information, something that, will drive your business forward, it would be, one, get really passionate about your business, about life, about people. Recognize people. Honor them, respect them. The word edify, I love that word edification because edify means to lift up. And I just, it's that time of year where we think about lifting up people. And it's just such a great thing that we do in this industry. We have watched over and over again a person, I know if Beverly Hollister is listening on this line, she will know of an individual that I know, a Japanese lady that was very, very shy, very timid. We watched her develop into a magnificent leader because she was put into those situations that only this industry could have given her, the opportunity to speak in front of people, to get out of her comfort zone, to magnify herself, to grow and to develop. And when I watched her one day get up on stage and make this beautiful, passionate, wonderful speech, I thought, wow, how, if anybody new came into the room, they would say, oh, I could never do that. But what they didn't realize was that lady was that person. She was that timid, shy little person, Jackie, who just couldn't, express herself very well. And we've seen that over and over and over again. And Ryan, one of the things I love about this industry and I love about working with everybody that's in our organization is the fact that everyone has this little seed of greatness in them that can be brought out, can be magnified, can grow. They can develop into great leadership. It's just amazing the opportunity and the potential that we have. So that's what I would say, Ryan, in my 15 minutes of time is get passionate, care about people, honor people, think about who you can work with as far as, Jim Rohn would say when someone asked him, where do you start? He'd say, pick up a rock and throw it. And he said, wherever that lands, that's where you start. And I thought, there's some great advice there because you can literally start within 100 yards of your house. And the whole key is, people have asked me, what is your day like? I say, get up in the morning, get in the shower, think about 3 or 4 people that you need on your team. And as you think about that, you write down those impressions that you have. And as your day starts, you think about those 3 or 4 people and you make the effort to contact them and get them started. I look at my list here that's right here by my computer, Ryan, and you look at the almost 300 people that we sponsored. Now, that's not a lot of people. When you figure, man, you've been in, Dwayne, for almost 13 years now, and you've sponsored 300 people. Go do the math, you guys. That's not a whole lot of people. It's way less than one person a month. But I'll tell you one thing. All the great leaders in XANGO, all of them have sponsored about the same, about one person per month or less. But they know one thing that's really key, and I'll conclude with this. DSA averages are 1 in 17 people will actually build the business. 1 in 17. But you think about that. The good thing in XANGO is it doesn't take a whole lot of people with 8, 9, 10 key people that's working on your team, even 4 people, even 3 people that are working on your team, you can create massive amounts of action and massive amounts of income throughout your organization. But if you do the math, 1 in 17 means how many do you need to get on that front line to be a leader on your team? It's going to take, now some get lucky, and some can get 4 or 5 key people right away, but most don't. That's not the average. Most of the average will be sticking with it, find that one, but when you do, let them know that you're passionate about their success. We have examples over and over and over again through the organization. Richard O'Brien, the very first thing he'll tell you, 500K Premier Select in XANGO when he speaks, is he thanks his upline sponsor, Dr. Armando de Guzman, for not giving up on him. 5 phone calls it took to get Richard O'Brien in the organization. And Richard said by the time Armando called again, he said, you really do want me a part of this, don't you? And he said, yes, I do. I really want you on my team. And Richard said, man, anybody that expresses that kind of love and feelings for me, I need to be a part of. And yet we have that story all through the organization. So, Ryan, that's my 15 minutes of Limitless this morning. I turn the call back to you.
Wow, Dwayne, there's so many good nuggets of information there, and I know that it's difficult to be able to put all of the information and everything that you want to put in just 15 minutes. But I love it because it does a couple of things. It's things that are right on your heart, things that are right there on your cusp, and you're definitely an incredible leader. And as you were talking, you mentioned Jim Rohn, and there was a quote that came to mind, a Jim Rohn quote that says, "We must learn to help those who deserve it, not just those who need it. Life responds to deserve, not need." And that's one of the things that I love about you, Dwayne, is that when you're talking about the XANGO lifestyle, you're taking it from an approach of people who deserve it, people who that you want to bless their life because of this lifestyle, either through the products or through the opportunity or just association with people who want to lift you up and make you a better person. And that's, Dwayne, that definitely says who you are and definitely what you mean to me and what you mean to this organization. And so thank you so much for coming on this call, and thank you so much for everything that you and Melody do every day to make this company what it is. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude our very first Good Morning Get Amped with XANGO call. That word amp, you're going to hear that a lot. It's going to be a part of our DNA. It's going to be a part of who we are. We are going to amp up our businesses. We're going to amp up our lifestyles. We're going to amp up our blessings because of everything that we're going to do to help other people be better in their lifestyles. Next week, next Saturday, we've got the next person up on our agenda, and we've got, the good thing about XANGO is that we've got hundreds of six-figure earners that we get to pull from and pull nuggets from. Next week, our one and only 500K Ray Heron has graciously volunteered, as well as I want you guys to know, stay tuned to these calls, get into them. We're going to put them on podcasts so that you'll be able to download them to your phones, so that you'll be able to have them while you're working out at the gym or while you're driving to the office or you know, while you're getting up Saturday morning. We will be recording these and putting these on podcasts, as well as we've had our founders who will be making guest appearances, and as well as celebrity appearances as well. Robert Kiyosaki has committed to coming on a couple of times between now and convention. Stay tuned for that. Next weekend, we've got another great call lined up for you. So get amped. XANGO Nation, it is a beautiful day because you guys are a part of our day. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do each and every day. God bless you guys. God bless everything that you guys are doing. Have a glorious day. Make it your best day yet. Get Amped with XANGO is over. Thank you so much, Dwayne and Melody, and congratulations again on that beautiful grandson. And everybody have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.